not only you are going to have a mind-blowing experience on the 7th of November 2023, my gorgeous Scorpioni. It is not only about this like mind-blowing experience which you are going to have. This experience is going to be so important and so special and so significant that it's almost immediately going to like make you reconnect with yourself on the level like never before. At that moment in time, you're gonna realize that you're not gonna be happy unless you make certain changes in your life. This is so important because it's to do with the powerful and really unexpected revelations this is actually bringing into your life. This is the time when you're not only going to break free, but it's also going to realize, you know, that you need to release some kind of old belief system. You're going to realize that there is so much more to life, but at the same time, you're also going to realize how powerful you, my gorgeous Scorpioni, actually are. As long as you put your mind to something, you can move the mountains. You will see exactly what I mean, because at the same time there is gonna be a really beautiful message that you are going to have on the 7th of November, which is gonna like make you aware of some kind of accomplishment, which is gonna kind of make the whole this experience so much better. And further on, before the end of the day, this is all gonna contribute. This is also all gonna contribute towards this vision you are going to have before the end of the day on the 7th of November. This vision that you are going to have again that particular vision on the 17th of November, and then on the 27th of November something else is going to happen, which is again going to remind you of that particular vision. And you're gonna be reminded through so many different ways, in like really weird ways, like the signs that only you can understand, the signs that only you can notice. You know, you will be reminded until you realize that this is the part of your destiny on this earth when it comes to this life, my gorgeous Scorpioni. Indeed. Okay, so this is going to be very important, because before going back to the 7th of November, you're literally going to have this vision before the end of the day. And this vision, this is what all this, like that amazing mind-blowing life experience that you are going to have, and all these things are going to be pushing you further forward with your life. And that this is what is actually going to happen. You're going to have a vision before the end of the day on the 7th of November. It is very difficult to describe the way this is actually going to happen, but it's going to leave such a powerful imprint on your life. And this vision that you're gonna have, you know, you need to understand, it's all about you clearly understanding and realizing so many things about your life right now, so many things that are bothering you, so many things that are getting on your nerves, so many things that you're bored of. But at the same time, so nicely, organically, you will know what you need to kind of move away from or move on from. But at the same time, the part of that vision, the main vision, is how you want your life to be, you know. And this is something that you're going to become extremely passionate about. You're going to start, you know, this vision is going to be about how you want your life to be, but you're also going to realize something that you didn't realize before, something about your own capability. You know, normally if this would happen, you would be like, oh God, it's going to take too long. But now you're just going to be on top of everything, you know, purely because of the experiences that you are going to have at the beginning of that particular day. This is why this is happening, because you have been prepared for this for so long. when I say that you are going to have a vision how you want your life to be, this is something which is going to elevate you to the point where you're going to start to feel alive again. And pay attention to the actual how spiritual you're going to feel. Pay attention to how intuitive you are going to feel, my gorgeous Scorpione, you know. And this is all going to contribute towards you needing to understand that in order for you to kind of go with this vision, you're going to be absolutely fine and you are going to go for it. But in order for you to go for it, you need to understand that now it's time to be clear, to be direct, and to set the boundaries as well. You're going to need to set the boundaries, because otherwise you're not going to be able to do this, because there is some kind of person here, some little bastard here, some little bastard here, some kind of person who is, you're going to realize that someone was lying to you, and then this is like kind of going to throw you out of balance a little bit, and then you're going to feel like somebody stabbed your back, you know. But then again, first of all, you're going to feel really angry, but then again, you're going to be like, thank God this happened. I don't have to worry about this now. And this is nicely, gently going to really kind of help you to move on and help you to accept something which is never going to kind of happen, which is never going to work for you anyway. To accept the situation that karmically has anyway come to an end. You need to understand that this vision you have to be very strong about. You have to be very kind of courageous about. But you also need to understand that you need to stand firm, because maybe there are going to be a couple of people who are connected to you who are going to be putting you off like there is no tomorrow. But this is the whole point of us being on our spiritual journey. We have to do what we feel like we should do, not what somebody else tells us, oh, you should do this, you should do that. No, baby, no. No, baby, no. No, baby, no. So we should do what we feel like we should do. And the more weirder things, ideas, and realizations we have about a life, the more your spirit is coming out of you. You're going to realize throughout the months of November, you know, you're going to be in this like kind of very cheeky and very naughty and very like a really mischievous, you know, you're going to have this in this mischievous mode, you know, and you're going to like this. You're going to like this because, you know, it's going to remind you also gently how things used to be in your life. So this is all going to kind of contribute gently and slowly towards that particular vision that I was saying. And never mind the fact that you are having number 74 when it comes to the actual numerology. Number 74 is a very, very powerful number, but also at the same time it means, you know, it's only like kind of like a really highlighting that particular vision, and it's only like kind of number 74, it's confirming that this is going to be something which is going to have so much more to it than you possibly think. So number 74, it's also kind of making you aware of that already by the time you get to the actual 18th and 19th of December, you're all December, I said, yes, this is November, but by the time you get to those days in December, you're already going to have a very, very interesting news and message, which is going to kind of really surprise you, but it's also going to provide you with a very interesting opportunity that you would never, ever, ever had if you didn't kind of open yourself to this vision. So already at around the mid-December 2023, already you are going to become aware of the opportunity that is going to come to you, and it's going to be completely connected to this vision indeed. And otherwise, if you weren't open to this, and if you weren't open-minded, you would never reach to this particular stage of your spiritual journey. And when it comes to this particular vision, this vision is like very big and it's very important. When it comes to April 2024, yes, I know I'm in April, but in April 2024, it's going to be like, oh my God, so significant, because your life is going to be, you are going to be in a completely different place when it comes to your life in April 2024. And you know what you're going to be thinking in April 2024? You're going to be thinking like, oh, I can't believe I lived my life like this. I can't believe I lived my life like that. I can't believe I was doing this. I can't believe I was doing that. I can't believe I was limiting with myself with things that were making me so unhappy anyway. So this is kind of going to lead towards your own personal freedom, like you've never had before, purely because you allowed yourself to be yourself and take your weirdness on the next level whenever you feel like it, my gorgeous Scorpioni, because this is important. It's very, very important when it comes to us making the most out of our life, but also when it comes to us following our passion. And while we are following our passion and while we are following things that make sense to us in terms of lifestyle, this is also healing us along our journey. So of course this is important indeed. So this is what 74 is all about. And number 74, when it comes to the actual numerology, you also need to pay attention to this like kind of connection which you are going to have to the specific herb. And I mentioned this before, and this happens every now and then. Some kind of a herb is just, you're going to notice some kind of plant or some kind of herb, and this is going to attract you. Whether this is going to be on TV, whether this is going to be on the internet, whether this is going to be on a social network somewhere, whether this is going to be on the outside somewhere. This particular plant and herb that you're going to notice, it's something like, oh my God, it's really going to catch your eye. You're going to be like, oh my God, this is beautiful, you know. And then you just have to bloop, snap out of it and just remember what I said, that it's not just about you noticing this gorgeous herb. So let's say it's like maybe you're outside and you just notice like dandelion or something, you know. Oh my God, this dandelion is so pretty. Look at this yellow flower or something, you know. And then you realize, oh my God, why did I notice this? Why? Because the medicine, the natural medicine, it's absolutely everywhere, baby, but people just kind of like, people are just ignoring this, because this is what happened, you know. It's people are just ignoring sometimes the natural things, natural aspects of certain things that can actually heal us, that comes from the nature itself. So, but also when it comes to your spirit and soul, the reason why you are going to notice this plant or a herb is, I can assure you, go and check the properties like of dandelion, for example. So it's a brilliant for so many things, dandelion in particular, for example. So I can assure you that you will see one of the main ailments when it comes to dandelion, for example, or whichever herb you've actually kind of felt a connection to, you will realize that, you know, my God, I've got this, I'm going to find this really beneficial. This is also what you need to understand. You will understand that that particular herb or a plant, it's going to need to be consumed by you in one way or another, because it is going to work so perfectly with some kind of ailment and some kind of problem that was affecting you for a while. So this is something that you must not ignore, my gorgeous Scorpioni, whatsoever, okay? So now, before I go further, I'm just going to shuffle these gorgeous little cards, with these oracle cards, and I'm just going to take an oracle card for you, my gorgeous Scorpioni, for you, my gorgeous Scorpioni, and this is going to be message. This is going to be a message for you, my gorgeous Scorpioni, okay? Oh my goodness, you see, some kind of, look at this, how cute these cards are. Some kind of wish, it's going to come true when it comes to November. Something that you wanted for such a long time, something that you wanted for a while, and you know what, it's going to surprise you. And when you become aware of this wish, you know, before this wish comes true, it's going to be the sign which you are going to have. A bird, again a bird, it's to do with the bird. The bird, some kind of bird is going to grab your attention, some kind of bird is going to do something which is going to grab your attention. You're going to be like, oh hello darling, there is some kind of bird over there, and something is going to be unusual about this bird, or this bird is going to be on its own, or this bird is going to be doing something. However this happens, you need to understand that this is going to be a good omen, this is going to be a good sign, letting you know that a certain wish, something that you wanted for such a long time, it's actually going to come true. And there are actually a couple of things, couple of wishes that are connected to it, not only one, my gorgeous Scorpione. And this is also what this month of November it's going to bring you. Now, my gorgeous Scorpione, listen to me very carefully. I'm going to have a go at you right now. Did you really forget? Did you really forget? Did you really forget? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Make the most of it, my gorgeous Scorpioni. Did you really think that I'm gonna forget about your gorgeous birthday? Just remember that this is your time. Your energy is going to be very, very powerful when it comes to the months of November. You are going to be able to attract more what you want to attract into your life, but you must not stand in your own way. That is going to require from you to be daring from the beginning of the month, and that is going to require from you to be open-minded from the beginning of the month, because this is how you manipulate this energy in the best possible way, because the energy is going to be so powerful, but it's all kind of comes down to you. Because if you're thinking negatively about certain things, you're going to bring way more negativity than you normally would into your life, and you don't want to do this. So now you just have to be open-minded, and you have to be really daring, because there is something going to be on your mind, like especially at around the 5th and the 6th of November. Something is going to be on your mind. You're going to feel extremely naughty, but in a good way, and you will want to do something naughty, but to explore something. You should go for it, because you're going to unpack the whole new world of possibilities. You would never know. It was right there, right in front of you all this time. So this is what you need to remember, okay? Very important indeed. So now, my gorgeous Scorpioni, I'm going to start with the very first day of November. The very first day of November, something is going to be on your mind, and I'm not surprised about this whatsoever. As soon as you wake up in the morning, something is going to be on your mind. Some kind of problem, some kind of issue, something that makes you feel really dark, and something that kind of you don't even like thinking about it whatsoever. How much is this affecting you? Listen to me very carefully. It's happening on the 1st of November for a reason. 1st of November, number 1, and then November is the 11th month of the year. So you've got a 111. These are very powerful numbers. You need to understand. And it's also a lot to do with you being able to deal with a particular issue and you're not even aware of it, because it's to do with an ongoing problem in your life. Something that you don't even like thinking about whatsoever. As soon as you think about this problem normally, you just immediately snap out of it and you start thinking about something else because you just hate thinking about it. Well, now, baby, you have to go for it. So as soon as you wake up in the morning on the 1st of November, this problem, this issue, which is going to be on your mind, you need to understand, all you need to do is you just need to make the first move. And you will not know what to do. You will not know how to resolve that problem. But you need to make the first move, because you will see what the first move would be. Because it's to do with an ongoing problem you don't like to think about. So you will know, okay, let me just kind of look into it a little bit more. Let me just see which option I have right now. I don't want to do this. I have no options. No, this is annoying. It's just going to piss me off. And then you're going to realize something is going to happen. Then you're going to kind of realize something. You're going to come across something. This is because you have willingly found yourself on this particular path. You have responded to your spirit in a different way. And now your spirit is going to guide you. You have responded to your spirit in the right way. You just need to understand it. You need to jump into it immediately. And the way to jump into it is just to kind of see naturally, like when it comes to that problem, okay, let me just have a go. Let me just check something. And then there is something something you're going to find out. There is something that you're going to realize. And further on, a very kind of important message that you're going to get from somebody consistent in your life. It's going to answer your question without you even asking. And you're going to be like, oh my God, this is like the power of synchronicity. I must not ignore. Exactly. So as long as you're kind of open-minded with that particular problem, as long as you kind of make the first step, there is something that you're going to realize on one hand that you didn't realize before, but then on another hand, there is also going to be an important message that you're going to get from somebody consistent in your life, who is kind of going to tell you about what you were doing, but you didn't even tell them this, and you will know that this is your sign. And also, when you get this information and message from somebody consistent in your life, that particular message, it's going to make you aware of some kind of possibility, and that possibility you could never ever do unless you kind of like a really kind of like, on one hand, this possibility that you're going to become aware of, it's on one hand, this possibility is kind of a lot going to be about you resolving this problem, but then on another note, there is another possibility that is also going to be there that you would never be able to do unless you do something about this particular issue. I know it kind of like a little bit confusing at the moment, but trust me, it is all going to make sense. Like, there is no tomorrow. Yeah, okay, so this is why this is so important indeed. It's not only going to bring you hope, but it's also going to bring you something, this possibility, which is going to help you for the first time ever to start unpacking things properly when it comes to that particular problem and issue. This is going to be a sign and indication that this is something that you must not kind of keep on running away from, because it's going to be keep on catching up with you, you know. So this is why this is so important, because it's going to affect your own evolution process, and you don't want that, you know. So that's why this is important. The next important date the next important date I'm losing my voice, I'm losing my mind, I'm losing my voice, I'm losing my mind, which I never had. No, I'm joking. Yeah, the second important date, my gorgeous Scorpione, it's going to be, the next important date, my gorgeous Scorpione, it's going to be on the 3rd of November. On the 3rd of November, you're going to hear some kind of a song, or you're going to hear some kind of a music. And that particular song and music that you're going to hear, it's really going to bring you back into the certain stage of your life, something that you haven't heard in a long time. But most importantly, it's going to remind you of somebody. For the love of God, you need to get in touch with that particular person who you're going to be reminded of. Do so. Please do it. It doesn't matter what happened in between you. It doesn't matter what relationship you had. It doesn't matter. You really need to get in touch with the person that you're going to be reminded of when it comes to that particular song that you didn't hear in absolute ages. And once you get in touch with that particular person, this person is going to tell you a very interesting message. And this interesting message that you're going to become aware of is like, that person is going to sadly confirm your like biggest fears, but it's nothing to do with your life in general. Is to do a lot of things that have been going on the outside of your life, but you were aware of and you were really concerned about, and you know it's like to do with the devil's work and stuff, you know, going on. But then at the same time, the confirmation, what this person is going to tell you, it's really going to confirm this. And this is important for you to know, because in a very near future, you will be able to be prepared when the time comes. Okay, so this is why this is important indeed. Okay, what else I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Scorpione, what else I was going to recommend you, it's before I go any further really quickly, what else I was going to recommend you is, please do not forget to take something like when it comes to like a cold and flu, because I do know that you are going to be like kind of be affected by cold and flu quite a lot, but I also think that you are going to need something to help you a little bit with anxiety, stress, and something to elevate your energy. So you know I'm completely into natural, so when it comes to like a cold and flu, I highly recommend you to get like something to boost your immune system, something like organic camu, which is going to help you to boost your immune system because it's rich in vitamin C, natural vitamin C, not ascorbic acid. This is a natural vitamin C, and it's in camu. Organic camu, so powder or capsules. This is going to give you natural vitamin C with a vitamin D3, with a zinc picolinate. And if you're taking vitamin D3 and zinc picolinate, especially D3, you take something like K2, you know, to help you with absorption, or otherwise you need to take vitamin D3 with like a little bit of food to be absorbed by the body. Okay, so it would be like a organic camu, vitamin D3, it would be zinc picolinate, a K2 optional, but then again you need something like either a little bit of food or vitamin K2 in, you know, for the vitamin D3 to be absorbed. But at the same time, what you also need, it will be like organic echinacea. Organic echinacea is one of the most powerful herbs. I'm taking this for absolute years. It's like basically it's going to boost your immune system by increasing the white cells count in your body. And with echinacea, I highly recommend liquid because it works much better, because it's going to get into your bloodstream much quicker. So therefore I think it's way more powerful. Okay, so organic echinacea also needs to be natural. Same with organic camu, vitamin D3 and zinc picolinate, even K2 if you go for it. It all needs to be natural without any chemicals whatsoever. And on another note, when it comes to organic echinacea, you just need to make sure that you take this for like about 8 to 9 weeks, then you have a little break, then you take again for 8 to 9 weeks, and then you have a longer break. You do not take echinacea all the time. You take it every now and then when you want to boost your immune system, not all the time. So this is why I think it's absolutely brilliant. And what else I was going to recommend you would be a vitamin B complex for stress, anxiety, and also when it comes to like energy. It's fantastic for energy. And vitamin B complex, it's absolutely in a liquid. I also highly recommend. It's also brilliant to take the very first thing in the morning. So it really nicely gives you that energy. Okay, so if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only they can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. The next important date, my gorgeous Scorpioni, it's actually going to be on the 4th of November. Now, on the 4th of November, I love this so much. Oh, baby, you're going to be working on something so beautifully. You're going to be doing something and you're going to be enjoying yourself like so much. Your concentration levels are going to be like, oh my God. But this could be, this could be absolutely anything, my gorgeous Scorpione. This could be absolutely anything on the 4th of November. So you're going to be working on something really, really important. Really important. You're going to be enjoying yourself. You're going to be really creative. So what you're going to be working on, it's going to mean to you quite a lot, because, you know, it's a very specific energy and vibration that we create at the same time when we are working on something and we are creative about something that and that we really genuinely enjoy, you know, rather than like being so negative about something, completely different energy. So when you're very creative and you're doing something and enjoying yourself, you are suddenly going to think of something intuitively. Something is going to come to you intuitively. Something is going to come to you on the 4th of November. Like, you know, intuitively something is going to come to you, but this energy is going to kind of make you to have a confidence like that you would normally wouldn't have confidence, you know. And you're going to realize about making the certain move that you would, in certain step, doing something that you would feel petrified normally of doing. And this is going to surprise you, but it's going to be really clear sign and indication that you are tapping into something interesting here, because at the same time you're going to learn something new about yourself. How much can something drive you forward, and what, like, when is the right realization, when is the right idea. There are no doors that are closed. Everything is going to be open. You're going to realize something really specific about yourself. But most importantly, all this is going to happen completely intuitively. This is really going to open all sorts of doors when it comes to your life, but it's also going to bring that much hope. Here you're going to realize that something changed. something change within you, and you're gonna love this change, my gorgeous Scorpione. Bless your heart. Absolutely brilliant indeed. What else I was going to recommend you? Look at this absolutely stunning lariat. Absolutely stunning. Check these colors. Check these colors, absolutely stunning. You see, it's like kind of darkish, and then in the light or in the sun, it goes like this. Look at this shining, so beautiful. And this lariat is something that is gonna be so beneficial when it comes to your life, my gorgeous Scorpione. When it comes to November, December, January, February, the next few months, you should be wearing this like as much as you can, because it's bringing calming and stabilizing effect on the mind and emotions. It reduces stress and anxiety quite a lot, and it's also most importantly going to help you to get rid of the negative thought pattern. Okay, this is why this is so important, because that's natural to have a negative thought pattern, but then again, at the same time, if we don't do something about it, then it's going to prevent us. It's going to keep on preventing us from doing what we want to do. You know, preventing us from doing important things. And then when we are meant to do something important or make an important decision, then we don't have this vavavoommish energy, or we don't have this power. Do you know what I mean? We don't have a confidence, and instead of going forward, we are going backwards. And this is going to be keep on coming back. This is going to be keep on happening with certain aspects of our lives until we realize what we need. What do we need to do? You need to break some kind of sequence here, and this is a sequence, and this is what this is actually going to help you. Absolutely a must, my gorgeous Scorpione. This larvae kit comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is going to be up there, but the link is going to be in the description, but it should be there or there. I think up there. My left is your right, I think. Okay, so this is something I highly recommend you. Okay, the next important date, I mean, this is brilliant, on the 11th of the actual November. Now you need to understand, my Scorpione, 11th of November is going to be a really big day. You know why? Because this is the 11th month of the year, so you've got 11/11. You know what's 11/11? You know what's going to happen on the 11th of November. You are going to see something, and you're going to look at something. You're going to be watching something, and what you're going to see, what you're going to come across, what you're going to look, and what you're going to watch, I cannot describe this like anything else, but like one of the biggest spiritual experience of your life. You're going to be looking at a certain people, what they're doing, and you're going to be loving these certain people. You're going to be enjoying just you looking at them. It's the way they live, the way their lifestyle is, their happiness, their positivity, their optimism. Everything is going to kind of start making sense to you. Everything. And it's going to rub on you like nothing rubbed on you like ever before. There is something that you're going to realize here so much just while you're looking at these few different people. This is going to create such a powerful and positive impact on your life. This is brilliant. And here you're going to have a very kind of important idea. And this idea that you're going to have, it's later on, you're going to realize, like, you know, that you are going to need to make a really important decision. And the decision that you're going to make here, it's really to do with you deciding to do with rather significant sacrifice. Please don't shout at me saying like sacrifice. This type of sacrifice you're absolutely going to love. As soon as you realize what type of sacrifice I'm talking about, you need to understand my God, you are becoming so wise. Because at that moment in time already you are enlightened, you are having this enlightening experience, and by that time already you're going to start seeing things in a completely different light. You need to understand, as soon as you become aware of what exactly do you need to sacrifice, and you're going to love this, you need to understand that at that moment in time, the process of change is already going to start, not only when it comes to you're becoming so optimistic with something, but at the same time it's going to reflect on your finances. You're doing the right thing when it comes to your finances, and also at the same time you're going to become aware of some really dishonest people that didn't do anything to your life in particular personally, but then you will think like, if you don't do something, this is going to like catch up with you at some point, you know. So you're becoming aware of some kind of dishonest people on the outside. It's only going to contribute towards you becoming even more passionate to do what you want, and most importantly to sacrifice this little bastard here, because it's going to be a good thing, not a bad thing whatsoever, because it's at the same time going to set you free from something that was really like basically making you think like you can't do what you want to do when you want to do it, you know. So this is why it's important to snap out of something. What are you going to sacrifice here? It's going to be a willing sacrifice, but most importantly is to do with something that has come to an end a long time ago, something that maybe you used to feel passionate before, but now you've changed. This is a good sign, because we are changing, we are growing, we are evolving every single step of the way, my gorgeous Scorpioni, indeed. So this is why this is going to be so important. The 11th of November is going to be the time of your personal transformation. The time of your personal transformation. This is like, oh my God, you know, in between the 11th of November and the end of that month, oh my God, you're gonna come across things and situations that have been scaring you for so long and making you worry unnecessarily, and you're gonna notice the difference with yourself, how differently you're seeing things, you're looking at things. Be grateful to God, my gorgeous Scorpioni, because this in itself, it's like this this is bringing a massive, huge, enormous blessing into your life indeed. Okay, and now also look, I have to, when it comes to the 11th of November, love thy will be done. I can no longer hide, I can no longer run, no, love, thy will be done. Love, thy will be done. Love, thy will be done. I can no longer hide, I can no longer run, no, love, thy will be done. Love, thy will be done. You see this, my gorgeous Scorpioni, 11th of November. 11th of November. Oh my God, you see, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You know, this is all gonna kind of pretty much, so not that this is all gonna be like a really beautiful experience, but what is gonna happen to you on the 11th of November, you know, you're gonna realize exactly what do you need to do in order to make your life so much more beautiful. And I'm not telling you that that's anything wrong with your life, but just remember, this is to do with your spiritual awakening, that is most importantly bringing such a powerful clarity into your life. This is also going to be the time when some very, very special people are actually going to be highlighted in your life as well, you know. Like you're gonna remember certain people that you haven't seen like in absolute ages, and you're gonna feel, oh, I wanna see them. You're gonna suddenly realize how much do you mean to certain people, you know. And this is gonna make you feel really good. This is gonna make you feel really good. And then you're gonna realize that it's time to, I'm resting on a leaf. Then you're gonna realize that it's time to kind of move on with your life. But you also see, I'm resting. Sorry, I'm sleeping. Sorry. Oops, sorry. Yeah, this is the time when you're gonna realize that how certain people are missing in your life. How much do you miss certain people, and how much do you mean to certain people? And this is gonna make you feel really good, you know. And it's kind of gonna give you some kind of ideas, you know. like you wanting to spend more time as well with a certain people in your life, and this is also a good sign indeed. But it's worth to pay attention to the very first person who is going to be on your mind, you know, when you go through these feelings and emotions, because that very first person you should get in touch with, and they are going to provide you with like a very, very interesting option, and you're really going to be surprised, like, where is this coming from? But you are gonna absolutely love it. Another confirmation when it comes to your life, it's gonna come through that particular option. Sorry, my little plantini. This is why they're so happy, because I talk to them, and now they're not fake. No, none of them are fake. People ask me, are they fake? Hello? They're like, every day they're bigger and bigger and bigger. They're like huge. I told you one day I'll just be like, probably they're like leaves are gonna be coming out of my heads and flowers, and I'll just blend in, you know. I'm joking. The next important date, and before I go there, my gorgeous Scorpione, another special, very, very special crystal I wanted to recommend. Look at this baby. What an interesting colors this have. Like, oh my god, and it really goes so well with my room as well. This is Ruby Zoysid. Absolutely brilliant. Ruby Zoysid. It's for meditation, for spirituality, it's for vitality, and it's for healing, positive energy, and it's also brilliant when it comes to us feeling optimistic and positive. As soon as you put this, you feel optimistic, you feel positive, you feel determined, and it also, on top of all that, it's bringing you a very powerful energy. It's re-energizing you, but it's also bringing a good luck with any kind of ventures, whether they're like something private, whether it's to do with like a business, whether it's to do with like anything in general, any new venture that you find yourself at, or any situation that you need to go through and you're like worried the way you're gonna come across to be. This really helps you with that balance immediately, because on one hand it calms you down, it grounds you, but then on another hand it energizes you and it keeps you going. So it helps you to have your mind much sharper, if you understand what I mean, you know. Very important indeed. And this Ruby Zoysid also comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this, it's either up there or it's either up there, but I'm sure it's up there actually, but it's gonna be in the link at the bottom as well. The next important date, my gorgeous Scorpione, it's actually going to be on the 18th of November. On the 18th of November, it's like, oh my god, I'm talking about a little bastard here, I'm talking about some kind of devil here, you know. Not a devil like a real devil. There are lots of little bloody real devils everywhere. I mean, look what's happening out there, you know. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, let me just stay in my lane, shall I? Let me just stay in my lane, shall I? No, on the 18th of November, love thy will be done. The guiding light, the light that gives me power to keep up the fight. I couldn't be more satisfied. My gorgeous Scorpione. Listen, on the 18th of November, no, this is not even funny, but on the 18th of November, you see, it's to do with this burden. Oh my God, you're gonna get this message. This is gonna be brought to your attention. Something is gonna be brought to your attention, and it's going to sadly remind you of this burden that you've been through for such a long time. This problem, burden that you just did not know what to do about whatsoever, and it's just becoming heavier and heavier and heavier. Something that's been for way too long on your back now, and this is restricting you, this is affecting you, this is becoming very toxic. This is, I hate that word toxic, I don't know why am I saying this is becoming very poisonous. I'm going to use poisonous. I cannot stand the word toxic, but because they're like, this is one of their new little words, you know, one of their new little words, toxic. We never used to say about things that toxic. This is the new word, and I hate that word. So it's poisonous. Sorry, poisonous. You know, this is poisonous. heaviness, this burden became like a very much so poisonous. It's starting to restrict your life, and for some reason you're going to become aware of like a little opportunity, nothing special on the 18th, nothing too crazy, but you're still going to feel frustrated because you are going to be reminded of that burden, and you're going to be like, oh no, I can't do it because of that burden. And then love, thy will be done. I can no longer hide, I can no longer run. No, love, thy will be done. Love, thy will be done. Listen, then after that, something is gonna happen completely unexpectedly. There is a like after that, so you're gonna feel frustrated. And then later on in the day, and it's something that's going to happen completely unexpectedly, but it can also happen on the 19th and the 20th, between the 18th and the 20th of November. In between the 18th and the 20th of November, something is going to happen very, very much so unexpectedly, and you're going to be blown away. Very unexpected situation where you're going to start realizing that things are working in your favor, because some kind of issue it's going to come to an end, some kind of problem it's going to come to an end, and the problem and issue which is going to come to an end, it's also going to be a clear sign, an indication, like you will know what to do with that restriction, you will know what to do with that burden. So this is why this is going to be so important, because you will learn what to do when it comes to that particular burden. So there is your connection here indeed, but at the same time you're going to realize, you're going to need to be patient. This is going to take time, and it's also going to reveal a really powerful new direction, a very powerful new direction, something that you did not think about before, something that you did not plan whatsoever. For the first time in your life, you are going to have this connection, this very powerful passion, which is going to point you towards this new direction. And let me tell you that this new direction, it's an integral part of your spiritual journey. It's something for the first time in your life which is you're going to become very interested about. You need to understand there is more to it. That particular thing that you're going to become interested about, and is the part of, for the first time in your life, is the part of the brand new direction. But in as little as 9 months, I know it's a lot. In as little as 9 months, okay, one of the biggest wishes of your life are going to come true. One of the biggest dreams of your life are going to come true. And it has nothing to do with this new path, new beginning. But this new path, new direction, it's imminent for you to do, because it's going to bring you to this stage and this point of your life where in 9 months one of the biggest wishes is going to come true. Why? Because that new direction, it's an imminent part of your spiritual journey, because there are a few things that you're going to need to learn. There are a few things that you're going to need to tap into. There are a few things that you're going to need to prepare with in order to get to that prominent part of your life, prominent part of your spiritual journey. So this is the part, very important part of your development that you cannot miss whatsoever, because it's part of absolutely everything here. The next the next important date, before I lose my voice, baby, before I lose my voice, 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 before I lose my voice. Pam 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 pam. I forgot to take my medications. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I forgot to take my medications. No, I'm just joking. No medications here. So now the next important date, my gorgeous Scorpioni, it's actually going to be on the 30th of November. Now, the 30th of November, fantastic. Whoa, so much happening here. On the 30th of November, you are again, you see, this is important for you to resolve the certain issues that have caused blockages in your life. And these blockages are going to be slowing you down on your journey until you do something about it. So this is why there's so much is going to be going on, really. So on the 30th of November, you are going to have an idea how to deal with a challenge that was something that was making you feel depressed, This has been more than just a little challenge, but within the last 9 months, something was making you feel, again, number 9, wow, within the last 9 months, something was making you feel really bad and really sad and really depressed. You knew what you needed to do, but you were worrying about doing this. So this is all about you kind of walking away from something, but then at the same time you need to be firm, you need to be strong. Again, what I mentioned before, you really need to kind of be the leader of your life. You need to put the foot down and understand, you know, that what you're doing right now, you're also making an important example to those people in your life who care about you so much, because you are doing something really important, and this is going to bring you to like a really powerful stage of your life. So you need to understand, when it comes to that particular, you know, problem, something that for the last 9 months you were so worried, you know what you need to do, you know the changes that you need to make, you know what you need to walk away from, but you were just worrying about so much. You would be like, oh my God, you would be having like even sleepless nights sometimes, or before you went to bed, almost every single night you would be thinking about the same thing, how much this is actually affecting you. So it's all about you understanding this idea that you're going to have now, how to walk away basically from that particular, you know, that particular thing that created a challenge, because it's making you feel unhappy, but you just didn't know how to walk away from it. So this is why the 30th of November is going to be so important, to not ignore this idea whatsoever. And the part of this idea is going to be what you walking away from something so it doesn't bother you anymore. But then at the same time, you're just going to need to be strong. You need to be the leader of your life. Just remember, by being the leader of your life, at the same time, you are showing others how it's done as well, because you are going to set like a really remarkable example here as well. So this is something that you need to remember at all costs, my gorgeous Scorpione. So now I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you in relationships. So now, for those of you in relationship, my gorgeous Scorpione, it's like, this is brilliant. You are both going at around the 6th and the 7th of November. You are kind of gonna come across something, and you are gonna be kind of looking at a few different people, or you're gonna be looking at a group of people, and now suddenly you are gonna have a really like kind of interesting idea. And the idea that you are going to have is like what you want to kind of bring into your life, what you want to imply, you know, apply to your life, something that you're going to see these few different people doing and talking about. It's really going to inspire both of you, and you will both want to do that, and you will both want to kind of like kind of jump into it almost immediately. So something is really going to inspire you. Do you know what? And this is so important for you to do, because it's going to make your whole quality of your life so much better. And I know that you're going to be so much happier, because you're going to realize like kind of like what you're going to think. It's like, oh my God, like as soon as you kind of start doing this, as soon as you start bringing this into your life, this realization, you know, as soon as you kind of tap into it, the more you're kind of thinking about, the more you're talking about, the more you're both going to realize how much you actually want to do this. So it's about you being inspired by some kind of a lifestyle, and by the some kind of lifestyle that some other people live. But this is brilliant, because you know you are going to find yourself at the right place at the right time, and then you're going to realize, in order to do this, you are going to need to kind of do something, both of you, that you don't want to do. But then again, at the same time, you know, it's important, because it's on one hand showing something that, you know, it's making you feel unhappy, and something that is making you feel happy. So it's going to be very, very easy to make this decision. Just follow your passion. You need to do this, because this, it's not only about like what inspires you, but it's also, by the time November comes to an end, you know, there is going to be like a mind-blowing possibility that it's actually going to come out of it. So you just need to wait a little bit longer, and you will see what this is actually bringing into your life. It is going to start like an inspiration, and it's going to become like one of the biggest things that you have both ever done in order to make both of you happy, okay? Because it's going to reflect on your lifestyle in general, but the bottom line is that you are going to be so much happier indeed. For those of you who are single and ready to mingle, you know what? It's like so bizarre this is, because you at around the 2nd of November, and then at around the 12th of November, you are going to be like kind of be very much so indecisive, because you are going to realize, oh, I need to make a really important decision, almost as if someone is going to be driving you nuts, like to go to some kind of party or to go to some kind of celebration, and you're going to be like, oh, I just can't be bothered, it's going to be these people there, it's going to be these people there, oh, that person is going to be there, that person is going to be there, oh, I just can't be bothered, and you're going to find this so difficult. Just someone like inviting you to go to some kind of party or a celebration, this is to do with some kind of celebration, really. It's to do with some kind of celebration. My gorgeous Scorpion, I'm sleeping again. It's to do with some kind of celebration. Oops. It's to do with some kind of celebration that you're going to become aware of, but you're just going to feel so like, oh, reluctant. You're going to feel, I can't be bothered to go to this celebration. I just can't be bothered. And finally, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Now, and finally, you are going to go to this. I've got a hair here. There it is. Do you see it? Yeah. As soon as you you will go to this celebration. But I'm telling you that you have found this so difficult. You're just so not going to be bothered, like there is no tomorrow. But let me tell you something. You are going to have the time of your life. You're going to have the time of your life. Don't forget that this is the time of your year. Yeah, this is your time. Okay, 11th month, the 11th month of the year, it's your time. This is when your energy is very powerful. This is when you're very, very beautiful, more beautiful than you normally are, my gorgeous Scorpione. Your energy is even more like kind of intense and more powerful, and therefore you're attracting all sorts of good and positive things into your life, okay? So you will be noticed by the people, like pretty much so quite a lot. So you need to understand that when you go to this party, it was celebration. Someone is going to be celebrating something. So when you go to this celebration, there is someone very, very interesting that you're going to meet. There is someone very, very interesting that you're going to meet, and you are going to absolutely love this person. Somebody very clever, somebody very intuitive, somebody very interesting, somebody very smart, somebody very spiritual, but somebody who's also very professional, you know. And you are going to be like, oh my God, you're really gonna fancy the pants of this person. You're gonna fancy this person so much, my gorgeous Scorpione. That's all I can tell you. Whether you're gonna be like Mr. Lover with that person or not, that's entirely up to you. Do you know what I mean? But you are going to have absolutely great time. That person is genuinely going to fancy you, and you're going to fancy that person genuinely. And I think that you're going to have a great time. But then again, my gorgeous Scorpione, at the end of the day, this is all going to be absolutely down to you. It is more about a wonderful impact that this person is going to make to your life, like just while you're talking to this person, let alone what this person is going to bring into your life later on. And please don't be sad, don't be negative. If that person doesn't come across in November, it could be even December, for example. Don't get cross with me, you know. It could be December, because, you know, the months of November and the months of December are extremely connected, you know, especially when it comes to you. There is so much that is continuing from November into December. So I don't see the reason why this wouldn't be continuing as well, because almost everything that I've said so far, it's going to have a very strong continuation when it comes to December. And this is why when it comes to this, if it doesn't happen, this celebration in November, it's going to happen in December. But trust me, this person is going to be amazing. And there is something in particular this person will do, something really specific that you really like, that you're going to find so attractive, you know. But it's to do with spirituality and that person allowing themselves to be themselves, you know, and all that. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, my gorgeous Scorpioni, once again, a happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. I wish you all the best. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.